E.N.D here, day 2 for the spoilers of Ikoria Lair of Behemoths. I want to first highlight this particular artwork by Seb McKinnon. This artwork have been used for a particular card which later on will be spoiled during this video. First I want to show you these punch cards. You have the tokens that you will use for Ikoria. Now you have Menace, First Strike, Lifelink, Death Touch, Trample, Flying. All these can be counters now, and these are the punch cards that you will find in your booster packs. Let's begin our spoilers. Usual, common, uncommon, rare, and mythics. First common, Face Dolphin, 2/1 blue, a 1/4 elemental whale. When it attacks, another target attacking creature can be blocked this turn. Fertlet, 2 and 1 green, it's a 0/0 elemental creature, enters the battlefield with 2+1/+1 counters on it, and for 1 and 1 green you remove the +1/+1 counter for it, and target player searches their library for a basic land, put it into battlefield tapped. Cavern Whisperer, 4 and 1 black, it's a 4/4 nightmare. It has mutate, and mutate it's 3 and 1 black. And if you don't know how to play mutate, I did a video demonstration how to play this particular mechanic. Check that video. It has menace. Whenever this creature mutates, each opponent discards a card. Wilt, 1 and 1 green, it's an instant, target artifact or destroy target artifact or enchantment, and has cycle 2. Keep Safe, 1 and 1 blue, instant, counter target spell that targets a permanent you control. You also draw a card. Blood Curdle, 3 and 1 black, it's an instant, destroy target creature, put a menace counter on a creature you control. Shredded Sails, for 1 and 1 red, it's an instant, you choose one, you destroy target artifact, it deals 4 damage to target creature with flying. It was also cycle 2. Colossal Dreadmaw, 4 and 2 green, it's a 6/6 trample. Grim Dancer, for 1 and 2 black, it's a 3/3 nightmare, enters the battlefield, you choose of 2 different counters on it from among Menace, Death Touch, and Lifelink. Dorat, the perfect pet, for 1 blue and 1 red. This is one of the Godzilla series. Remember that Ikoria has Godzilla series. It's a fairy dragon, flying haste. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a +1/+1 counter on it. It's a 1/1. We have these 5 crystals, very interesting, and I think these will be very good in commander decks. Raw green crystal, always 3 casting costs and artifact. You tap, you add 1 blue, 1 red, and 1 white, and you have always cycle 2. Ketria crystal, green, blue, and red. Zagot crystal, black, green, and blue. Savai crystal, red, white, and black. And last, E.N.D crystal, white, black, and green. Insatiable Homage, 3 and 1 black, it's a 3/3, it has mutate, 2 and 1 black, it has Death Touch. Whenever this creature mutates, each opponent loses X life and you gain X life, where X is the number of times this creature has mutated. Remember, you can mutate a creature multiple times. Generous Enforcer, for 1 white and 1 black, it's a human soldier. Legendary humans you control have indestructible. For 2, 1 white and 1 black, exile target card from your graveyard. If it's a creature card, create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. It's a 2/3. Call of the Death Dweller, 2 and 1 black. It's a sorcery. Return up to 2 target creature cards with converted mana cost 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Put a Death Touch counter on either of them, then put a menace counter on either of them. Unbreakable Bond, 4 and 1 black, it's a sorcery. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield with a lifelink counter on it. I think it's a very strong card. Primal Empathy, for 1, 1 green, and 1 blue. It's an enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, draw a card if you control a creature with the greatest power among creatures on the battlefield. Otherwise, put a +1/+1 counter on a creature you control. Trumpeting Gnar, for 1, 1 green, and 1 blue. It's a 3/3. It has mutate, 3 and 2 hybrid mana between green and blue. Whenever this creature mutates, create a 3/3 green beast creature token. And here we have also the movie poster showcase. Very beautiful cards. Auspicious Starix, 4 and 1 green, it's a 6/6, It's an elk beast, mutate 5 and 1 green. Whenever this creature mutates, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile X permanent card, where X is the number of times this creature has mutated. Put those permanents on the battlefield. Very, very strong card in my opinion. Here's the movie poster, cinematic poster showcase of the Sterix. Very beautiful card. Back for more, 4, 1 black and 1 green. It's an instant, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. When you do, it fights up to 1 target creature you don't control. Archipelago, 5 and 2 blue. It's a 7/7, it's a Leviathan. It has mutate 5 and 1 blue. Whenever this creature mutates, tap up to X target creature, where X is the number of times this creature has mutated. Those creatures don't untap during their controller next untap step. Proud Wild Boulder, 2 and 2 hybrid mana playing red and green. It's a human warrior, it's a 4/3, it has trample. Creatures you control with trample you may have this creature assign its combat damage as though it weren't blocked. Glowstone Recluse, 2 and 1 green. It's a 2/3, it's a spider, has mutate 3 and 1 green. It has reach. Whenever this creature mutates, put 2+1/+1 counter on it. We have here the cinematic poster showcase. Clash of Titans, 3 and 2 red. It's an instant, target creature fights another target creature. Jittering Harvester, 5 and 1 black. It's a nightmare, it's a 4/6, mutate for 4 and 1 black. Whenever this creature mutates, each opponent sacrifices a creature. Flourishing Fox for 1 white, it's a 1/1. Whenever you cycle another card, put a +1/+1 counter on Flourishing Fox and has also cycle 1. Dartakix, 1 white and 1 black. Exile target creature. If you don't control a human, you lose life equal to that creature's toughness. Channel Force, 2 and 1 blue and 1 red. Instant. As an additional cost to cast the spell, discard X cards. Target player draw X cards. Channel Force deals X damage to up to 1 target creature or planeswalker. Tiger Strike for 1 and 1 white. It's an instant. Target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. If it's blocking, put 2+1/+1 on it instead. It has cycling 2. Skull Prophet, 1 black and 1 green. It's a 3/1. You tap, you add 1 green or 1 black, or you tap and put the top 2 cards of your library into your graveyard. Reconnaissance Mission for 2 and 2 blue. It's an enchantment. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you may draw a card, has cycling 2. Neutralize for 1 and 2 blue. It's a counter target spell and has cycling 2. Boon of Wishgiver for 4 and 2 blue. It's a sorcery, draw 4 cards and has cycling 1. Mass Extinction, choose odd or even, exile all creatures with converted mana cost of the chosen value. 0 is even, and this is one of those cards that Mark Rosewater hinted that there will be another card with 0 is even in it. Quartz Forest Crusher, it's a 6/6, it has trample. Whenever 1 or more creatures you control with trample deals combat damage to a player, create X green dinosaur beast with trample, where X is the damage dealt to that player. Eudora Wandering Monster, 5 and 2 red. It's an 8/8 legendary creature, dinosaur turtle. Has trample, has haste for cycling 1 and 1 red. When you cycle it, shuffle it into your library from your graveyard. If you cycle it a card named Eudora Wandering Monster 4 or more times this game, put it on the battlefield from your graveyard instead. Very, very good. Colossification, 5 and 2 green. It's an enchantment aura. This is the biggest enchantment in Magic the Gathering. It enters the battlefield, you tap enchanted creature get +20/+20. Can imagine how big this creature and how huge this creature can be. Imagine it has trample. We have also a bundle promo, the same card with the same mechanic, just different artwork. Voracious Great Shark, 3 and 2 blue. It's a 5/4, has flash. When it enters the battlefield, counter target artifact or creature spell. Draenei Magistrate, 1 and 1 white. It's a 1/3 human wizard. Your opponent can cast spells from anywhere other than their hand. Labyrinth Raptor, 1 black and 1 red. It's a 2/2 nightmare dinosaur. Menace. Whenever a creature you control with the menace becomes blocked, defending player sacrifice a creature. Blocking it, 1 red and 1 black. Creatures you control with menace get +1/+0 until end of turn. Gemraiser, 3 and 1 green, it's a 4/4, it's a beast, it has mutate 1 and 2 green, it has reach, it has trample. Whenever this creature mutates, destroy target artifact or enchantment an opponent controls. We have also the cinematic poster showcase, Gem Raiser, and also we have the Godzilla series cards from Gem Raiser. Same card, same art, same and power, same toughness, everything the same, just a different artwork. That's Oasis, 1 white, 1 black, and 1 green. It's an enchantment. Whenever a non-token creature you control dies, put the top 2 cards of your library into your graveyard. Then return a creature card with lesser converted mana cost than the creature that died from your graveyard to your hand. For 1, you sacrifice it, gain life equal to the greatest converted mana cost among creatures you control. And here we have also the extended art. This particular version of the card can be only found in the collector booster box. Mythos of Nethrol for 2 and 1 black, destroy target non-land permanent if it's a creature or if 1 green and 1 white was spent to cast it. Very, very interesting card. Mythos of Vadrok 2 and 2 red, it's a sorcery. It does 5 damage divided as you choose among any number of target creatures and or planeswalker if 1 white and 1 blue was spent to cast this spell until your next turn. Those permanents can't attack or block and their activated abilities can't be activated. Mythos of Snapducks 2, and this is the artwork that I showed you in the beginning by Sepp McKinnon, 2 and 2 white, it's a sorcery. Each player chooses an artifact, a creature, an enchantment, and a planeswalker from among the non-land permanents they control, then sacrifice the rest. If 1 black and 1 red was spent to cast the spell, you choose the permanent for each player instead. Very interesting, ideal for commander and multicolor decks. Kogla the Titan Ape for 3 and 3 green, it's a 7/6 legendary creature ape. When it enters the battlefield, it fights up to 1 target creature you don't control. Whenever attacks, destroy target artifact or enchantment defending player controls for 1 and 1 green, return target human you control to its owner hand. Kogla gains indestructible until end of turn. Very strong card, especially green. Phoenix Perfect Lifeform for 2 and 2 red, it has mutate 3 and 1 red, it says flying. Whenever this creature mutates, create a feather token, it has 1 sacrifice, return target Phoenix from your graveyard to the battlefield tab. These are the Godzilla series version of the cards. Idaro the Wandering Monster, 5 and 2 red, trample, haste, has cycling 1 and 1 red. Whenever you cycle it, shuffle it into your library from your graveyard. If you cycled a card named the Wandering Monster Idaro 4 times this game, put it on the battlefield from your graveyard instead. Keikabet 2 and 2 black, mutate 4 and 2 black, flying lifelink. Whenever this creature mutates, destroy target creature or planeswalker your opponent control. Bailante for 2, 1 white, 1 black, and 1 green, and mutate hybrid mana between green and white to black and 4 any color. That touch, lifelink. Whenever this creature mutates, return any number of creatures cards with total power 10 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. This is a very strong commander card. Brokos Apex of Forever 2, 1 black, 1 green, 1 blue. It's a 6/6, mutate for 2, hybrid mana between black and blue and 2 green. Trample, you may cast Apex of Forever from your graveyard using its mutate ability. Very, very good. Here is the cinematic poster showcase, and here is General KUDRO of Draenith. For 1, 1 white and 1 black, it's a 3/3 human soldier, legendary creature. Other humans you control get +1/+1. Whenever General KUDRO of Draenith and another human enters the battlefield under your control, exile target card from an opponent's graveyard. For 2, sacrifice 2 humans, destroy target creature with power 4 or greater. Chevill, Bane of Monsters, 1 black and 1 green, it's a 1/3 legendary creature human rogue. That touch, at the beginning of your upkeep, if your opponent controls no permanents with bounty counters on them, put a bounty counter on target creature or planeswalker an opponent controls. Whenever a permanent an opponent controls with a bounty counter on it dies, you gain 3 life and you draw a card. Very strong card. It's a 2-drop, and this card I think this card will see quite a good amount of play. Fiend Artisan for 1 black and 1 green. It's a 1/1. This is another mythic. It's a nightmare. It gets +1/+1 for each creature card in your graveyard. For X and hybrid mana black and green, you tap, you sacrifice another creature, search your library for a creature card with converted mana cost X or less, put it on the battlefield, then shuffle your library. Activate this ability only anytime you could cast a sorcery. Very good, remember it's only a 2-drop, and any 2-drop mythic card is a very good card. And this is the last one for today. Stay tuned to my channel, follow the arrow for more and more spoilers about Ikoria and more news about Magic the Gathering and the collectible world.